Well, good morning and happy Veterans Day, and thank you for your service for everybody that served. Valerie Reese, I'm talking to you because I know for sure Valerie served. I think she was in the Marines, almost positive, but thank you for your service to everyone. Jim was serving. He served during the Vietnam War era, but he never went to Vietnam. He was one of the very fortunate ones that was stateside the whole time, so we got to see him a lot. But thank you for your service for everybody else that did serve, because our country wouldn't be what it is without your service, and I appreciate that. But today is, like I said, Monday, November 11th, Veterans Day. It's my niece, Holly, and Jim's anniversary. They don't watch my show. They don't watch my channel. Sometimes it turns into a show, I think. But anyway, they don't watch my channel, so no. And then my grand niece, I forgot her name. I know her name. It's Remy. I always think of Remington, but it's Remy, R-E-M-I. She is, I think, 8 or 9 years old today. Once again, they don't watch my channel. I'll send them a text. I'll send something on Facebook, but that's it. But people that do watch my channel, they get a song. Kathy Meehan, M-E-E-H-A-N. Kathy, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kathy. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And Katrina Catanzaro, C-A-T-A-N-Z-A-R-O. Katrina. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Katrina. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. Well, I hope everybody has a happy birthday, even the ones that didn't let me know it was their birthday today. But we have a really special, big anniversary, because Betty and Vern Hulse, H-U-L-S-E, Hulsey, 63 years, let me tell you. They must have got married when they were 10. 63, that's a lot. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great anniversary. Oh my gosh, 63 years. That's pretty darn good. Anyway, oh my gosh, I had some oatmeal for breakfast and I have a little bit of oatmeal stuck in my throat. It's the weather now. I can have you can have it all year round, but I love hot oatmeal and I love cream of wheat. I switch off between the two of them. I don't eat cream of wheat as much because when I eat oatmeal, I just put like a little splash of milk, barely a quarter cup of milk into my oatmeal. And the same with my cream of wheat. I barely put a quarter cup of milk into that. But I also put brown sugar, probably a good tablespoon, which is not good, of brown sugar in my cream of wheat. Not good at all. But I should even I'm going to try to cut back to like a teaspoon, just to give it a little bit of flavor. I know there's like sugar-free or whatever, like light sugar or whatever. There probably is like a sugar substitute. That's what I'm trying to think of. Brown sugar substitute. But no, I don't like putting a lot of additives in my body. I'm not saying that I don't have additives in my body, because I do, but I try to avoid them as much as I can. But today is Monday, so we know that's weigh-in day, so let me show you how I did. Well, obviously, I was very reluctant to share that. I gained 2.6 pounds, but I'm still within the 40s, 40.2 for my total loss. That's the little bright spot of the 2.6 gain. I honestly wasn't going to weigh myself this morning because I had a stressful eating week. I still, unfortunately, turn to food when I get stressed or upset or anything like that. It just calms me down for that hot little minute, and then I just kind of start not binging, but not paying attention to what I'm eating. I have healthy foods in my house, but I didn't turn to the healthy foods. I just didn't. Christy, Jim's not home. He went hunting. He left early this morning. He left about 6 o'clock this morning. I don't understand this. Hunting season doesn't start till Friday. His friends aren't going to be there till like 4 or 5 o'clock tonight. It takes about 5 or 6 hours to get to where he's going. So why don't you just sleep in? I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's not like he can do anything today when he gets there, but I don't know. Anyway, what was I going to say about him leaving so early? I was going to tell you something about why he left so early. Oh, now I remember. Sometimes it takes me a minute. Calm down, calm down. I'm telling that to myself. Calm down, calm. Because the older I get, and when I can't remember things, I get worried right away. But I'm trying to just let it go. You know, like they said in Frozen, let it go, let it go. But anyway, before I forget again, Christy always makes homemade chocolate chip cookies and homemade oatmeal cookies. And so she came over with the cookies yesterday, and I ate more than two. Let's just say they were very good. She makes really. Jim always tells her that she should open her own little bakery. You know, like have her own little side job of making the cookies because they are delicious. Let me tell you, they are delicious. So I had those, and then the Lions played last night, so we had pizza and wings, and I had Coca-Cola. Not Coke. I was texting with Edie this morning over at Edie's Adventures, and I said I had pizza and Coke, and then I put in parentheses, not the drug. Although it isn't my drug of choice, pop is my drug of choice, and I should avoid it at all costs, because once I get that little, every time I taste it, it's just like, oh, this is awful. But then in the back of my mind, I remember, you know what, somewhere you liked it, so give it a minute. And so unfortunately, I've given it more than a minute. And so now I'm back with my addiction of having soda, pop, whatever you want to call it, tonic in the East and Coke in the South and all of that. So, and it was a nail biter of a game, let me tell you. I am supposedly, according to Jim, I'm not superstitious on some things. Some things I am, but other things I'm not. Games and stuff like that, I'm not. I know that when Danny was younger, if he was watching like a football game and he kind of like scratched his head and went like this, and then they got a field goal or a whole, touchdown or whatever, he'd watch the rest of till they scored again. He'd hold his position like that because he didn't want to jinx them. I'm not that much like that, but Jim seems to think I'm the good luck charm. So they played horribly the first half. They really did, and it really didn't look like they were going to pull it off. It really didn't. And when it came the second half, I told Jim, I said, they're going to do better. And I love the interview because they were interviewing Dan Campbell when he's the coach on the sidelines. And he says, all we need is that one quick play, one to just turn everything around. And I think if we just do something to throw them off guard, we can do it. And then just then, while he was talking, it was a taped interview, but just as he was talking, one of our players intercepted a pass. And it turned everything around. But we still weren't doing really the best. And then when it got towards the end of the game, Jim says, well, I guess you're not the lucky charm. And I said, I never said I was, but, have faith because I believe we're going to do it. And then their kicker did a kick, and it was like they put an extra coat of paint on that side of the goalpost because he just missed by that much. So he missed. And then we got the ball back. And then when we kicked for the final field goal, I think we skimmed. I think this is the goalpost, and I think the ball kind of rolled right along with it. So we were glad they didn't put an extra coat or maybe they did put an extra coat on or whatever. But it was close. And then they carried the kicker off the field, and this is Jim and I were chanting, Rudy, Rudy, because if you ever saw the movie Rudy, they carried him off the field. But anyway, and so then I turned to Jim and I said, never doubt me. as even with my weight loss, never doubt me because I have no intentions of quitting. I've been doing this faithfully. Well, that's not a good word because if it was faithfully, I would be at my goal. But I've given it with determination. That'd be a better one. I've been very determined since 2016 not to give up, not to quit. I've joined Weight Watchers so many times in the past. I'm still a Weight Watcher member, but I've tried so many times in the past and always quit and just gave up. And I can't do that anymore. I'm just getting too old, and I just can't. And so you just have to recognize where your failures are each week and what you did wrong, what you did right. Obviously, I had a bad weekend. Weekends are my downfall. I don't work, so there's no excuse for weekends being my downfall. But if I wouldn't have done really well during the week, I can only imagine how much more weight I would have gained because the way I ate yesterday. So, and then too, since I ate so late at night, a lot of that could be just like food that hasn't digested from my stomach because I usually tend to eat a little lighter on Sundays because I know I'm going to weigh in on Mondays. And I definitely don't eat that late at night because the game didn't start till 8:15. So it was a late night eating. And I know it all sounds like excuses, and I am not making excuses. I own up to the fact I gained 2.6 pounds. That's all on me. That's all on my choices. So don't for 1 minute think that I'm trying to excuse myself from gaining the weight. I'm just trying to realize why it happened, because you have to take an assessment of anything in life. You got to take an assessment of what's going on. And my assessment is that I made poor choices over the weekend, and I just have to do better this week. It's going to be a little bit easier for me because a lot of times I just don't feel like eating, like like going out of my way to make a whole meal. Like I would be satisfied just having like a couple pieces, like an ounce of cheese and maybe a couple crackers and a glass of water or something like that. But that's not a dinner, and you can't survive on that all the time. And then when I do that, then Jim would get upset because he'd say, "Oh, you're starving yourself. I love you the way you are. I don't care about your weight, blah, blah, blah," and all that. But as long as, and I like eating salads, and I could just eat a salad for dinner. Jim, that's not so much. That's not him. I could have a bowl of soup, which I have soup in the freezer for my collab that I did. So that's my plan for this week, is just to have light dinners and lose my 2.6. I am going to lose the 2.6 pounds next week. I know that. I am going to be really, and if I don't, I'm not going to be, hard on myself that I didn't do it. But I'm going to do whatever I can to get back on track, because I definitely need to get back on track. Especially with the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving. We're going to Jimmy and Samantha's dinner for Thanksgiving dinner. So we're going to go there for Thanksgiving. I have to go over in the morning to help Denise because she's never made a turkey. So I'm going to help her because she's having her in-laws over for her Thanksgiving. So we're going to do that. And then Christmas parties, all of that stuff coming up. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But today, Mary called me this morning, and she has made the appointment to put Brandy down. So I have to go pick up Mary this afternoon and bring her to the vet, which is going to be sad, I know. But I think, last time I saw the dog last week when we brought her to the doctors, and the dog was kind of looking at me like, please talk to these people. It's just, you have to know. It's just, which is kind of sad because sometimes you have an elderly, not even an elderly, you have someone that's ill, that's really suffering, and you just kind of wish, you knew what God's plan was. Well, they didn't take them, it's just, but God has a plan for all of us. And my plan I want to know, God, what's going on with my weight? I know He gives me a free will, so I can't blame Him. I'm blaming myself. I just definitely blame myself because I'm not using my free will correctly. I need to do better with that. So I'm going to bring Mary, and then tomorrow I'm having lunch with my friend Kathy, the elusive Kathy. And then Thursday I have to bring Bertie to the eye doctor because she has to have her eyes dilated, and she said that she's not able to, which I completely understand. I can't drive after I get my eyes dilated. They have the reverse eye drops that they put in, but even that doesn't seem to help me that much. So I'm going to bring her on Thursday. And then I think that's about it for my week as far as plans go. I'm going to rake some leaves today because I don't know if you can see there's some leaves out there I got to rake. I'm going to rake the leaves today. And I'm going to try to get back walking. I have a fear of walking by myself. So my plan is to walk by myself, but I'm going to call. I always talk to my daughter Christy every single day. So my plan is I'm going to talk to her, so if I'm distracted enough that I'm not thinking about, getting dizzy or anything like that. And if something happens, she's on the phone right then and she can make sure I'm okay, I guess. So, but that's going to do it for today. Yeah, a little bit of a gain, 2.6, but I'm still in the 40s, and so that's somewhat encouraging for me. And then I'm going to just get on with my day. So like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's talk again tomorrow.